back to pass again, looking to go for his man downfield. It's going to go right to Deshaun Nelson. Intercepted. He has a lot of daylight. To the 40, crossing midfield, 45, 40, 30. Cuts back in the middle. Nelson, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Deshaun Nelson.
I'm Wes Fromm here with head coach Tom Kearly of the Michigan Tech football team. And coach, coming off a big homecoming win, 26-20 over Saginaw Valley. Overall thoughts on the game?
Well, early in the ball game, Wes, we did some things that hurt us. Our first drive was a good drive. We get down there first and goal and don't get any points. Hold them, ready to get off the field. Rough a punter, keeps the drive going. They score. Got them third and half a mile, and they throw a screen pass for about 60 yards. Sets up another score. So early in the ball game, we weren't real sharp. I think once we got going and got our feet under us, then I think we played pretty well.
Big play in that game was getting that touchdown in that first half and getting some points on the board, a little momentum heading into the halftime.
Well, I think there were 2 points. That was one of them. We had twice where we had 4th down and 10, and we already missed 2 field goals. We were right on the edge of kicking field goals. We were somewhere in that 20, 25-yard line. Right there before the end of the half, 4th and 10, hit that one for a touchdown, scored on it. And in the first possession of the second half, similar situation, 4th and 8, 9, 10, and went for it because we right on the edge of field goal range, and we were down 5 points. Got that one, and then scored 2 plays later to actually go ahead.
In the second half, you opened that half by running the ball, and it seemed like you had a lot of success. Charlie ran it like 6 times in a row, and maybe 8 or 10 times on that drive alone,
right,
and had success. What was
that? That was a big drive for us. That first drive of the second half, when we're down, we get the ball first, and that's always key. If you get that first drive in the second half and get points and take the lead, or at least give yourself some momentum, I think that's huge. We were able to do that. And by and large, we pretty much was an offensive line drive where we knocked the ball, back, and like you said, Charlie had 8 or 9 rushes in that drive alone.
Big play in the game was Deshaun Nelson's interception. Tanner Egan with the hit on the quarterback. He threw it short. Nelson intercepts it, goes the distance, and puts you up. And at that point, it seemed like just a huge play in the game.
It was. And one thing that's great there is when you watch it again and again and again, the effort that some of our people made. Nelson Winky, James Jackson to get downfield. I think we had five different guys through blocks, on that return.
And then, of course, they come back, they score, but you're able to get back and after a couple of punts, get back in the end zone with the go-ahead touchdown, and you punched it in with the fullback for the second time of the day.
Right. That drive started when Brett Gervais made a great play on a sideline route on an interception, and from there we went about 60 yards and took about 6 minutes off the clock, and then scored, with about 3.5 minutes to go, and you figure, well, okay, we're in pretty good shape. Well, little did we know we were going to have to stop them twice in the last 3 minutes to preserve it.
We knew coming into the season the defense was going to be one of the best parts about this team, and you got a lot of veterans, especially in that secondary. But the defensive line has been able to generate some pressure as well.
We've played well up front, we did. But our, in flipping the coin on the other side too, it's probably as well as we blocked with our run game. Now, we gave up some sacks Saturday, but I did think we blocked well in our front part of our box. I did think that team rushed for over 200 yards on us, a year ago, and different players, of course, but hold them. I think what was it, 57, 58 yards rushing. That's a heck of a turnaround.
Well, you're 3-0 now. You got the homecoming win, but you're back on the road. You head down to Northern Michigan. Talk about the upcoming game.
Well, it's a great rivalry. It's always been a clean rivalry. The kids, a lot of those kids go to the high school together. I think we've got 27, 28 kids from the UP, so it's a big moment to them. It's one that it only counts one in the standings, but it lasts for a whole year for bragging rights, and it's been a good rivalry. When they added that cup to give somebody that trophy for a year to hang on and put on their trophy case, that was an extra incentive, and now there's some bragging rights to get your hands on that cup. Like I always say, it's probably worth about $12, but it's priceless for whoever's got it.
How about the keys to the game? What kind of things do we need to do to get a win down in Marquette?
Well, I think that defensively, we can't give up the big plays. They're going to spread the field vertically and horizontally. They'll look to see what you're doing. If you're playing coverage, they're going to try to run. They've got the strong back that can go north and south inside. and can hurt you. And they've got, I think a pretty good arsenal of receivers that can make plays and stretch the field. And then defensively we'll get pressure. They've shown this year that they're playing quite a bit more man coverage than they have in the past. So we expect that we'll have extra guys in the box, and we got to be able to block, and then of course throw and catch.
Look at the standings right now. It's a little bit upside down. You got Grand Valley and Saginaw both 0-3. We're sitting at the top. Fair State's up there, undefeated with us as well. What are you seeing there?
Well, it's different. Like I said one time, I think, you have to go a long ways back to see both Saginaw and Grand Valley both at 0-3. I mean, like I said, you and I don't know if we were both of us were living at that time, which is new. That's a change. But I think it really shows you the depth of the league. Anybody in the league can beat anybody. I think there's only one team of the 15 in 3 games that doesn't have a win, and there's not very many of us that are undefeated. So it's a league that if you're not ready to play each and every Saturday, you're going to get on the bus or go home with an L.
Well, we're looking forward to the game on Saturday, a 7 o'clock kickoff, and it's going to be televised as well. So big deal here in the UP. Look forward to it.
Great. Thanks, Wes.